get the ticket of any cost. They want to sell the kidney. What we see in like today's world, na iPhone is a kidney. That time Michael Jackson show is a kidney.
Yeah.
People ready to sell the kidney and get the Michael Jackson. Hello, friends. Welcome to Greedy Talks in TFD Media. So today we have very exciting guest in our room, Mr. Simon, and he is a specialist of marketing. So, Mr. Simon, I have some question for you.
Okay.
Let us guess. This is our most one of sensation of marketing.
Uh-huh.
I just put a quote. You
Okay.
have to guess that person.
Uh, okay. I'll guess that person because I think I have a hint.
Uh,
Maybe the viewers should guess the person. Looks like this. He has a cape like this and some glasses. Welcome to Michael Jackson. So today we're going to be talking about Michael Jackson and his life and the controversies that he has had all over the years. So I welcome you to Greedy Talks this evening, and I hope that you'll enjoy. So, Mr. Nitin, let's start.
Yes. So Michael Jackson is on a sensation, and this is uh, today's people can't connect with them
Mm.
because that time there is no social media,
Yeah.
and I bet on that if that time social media is active, no one can beat MJ. Do
Yeah.
you agree with that?
Yeah.
Because you are marketing specialist, so you know how.
Yeah. When he started MJ, when he was a kid, maybe that time when he was a kid, he would be famous because I think by the time he died, because he died in 2009, social media was already there. But when he started as a kid, because he started singing a long time ago when he was still a kid, I think by 5 years old he was.
Oh my god.
And so he started early. So if that time there was social media, things would be very crazy because he would be the biggest sensation that we have thus far. If we were back in the 80s, 70s, if social media was there those days, it would be the greatest thing we ever had.
Yeah, today we see Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi,
Yeah.
and lots of singer. But
Yeah.
if MJ is there,
Mhm.
no one can beat him. No
Nobody.
one,
Nobody.
because he's favorite for not his country people.
Mm.
He's favorite all over the world.
Yeah.
Because of his singing, his dancing, he's the biggest what we say live superstar ever produced in the world.
Yeah. In pop music.
Yeah, in pop music, isn't it? I think it's not wrong to say he's a one of them who popularized the pop music into world.
Very, very, very much. He popularized it very, very, very much. He changed a lot of things in that industry, in that sector of music. You know, there's rock, there is country, there is reggae, but in pop music, he changed everything. I think he's the king of pop. I still call him the king of pop, even after he
Everyone,
dies. Yeah.
every dancer should be admire him. Any what we say singer should be admire him. Any showbiz people is admire the Michael Jackson is on the top of list always.
Always, 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 always. Yeah, so I know people, there are a lot of things people have said about Michael Jackson. I know they want to say there's some things we'll discuss here, some good, some bad, some known, some unknown, but we will try. I know there are many things going on in the internet today. Most celebrities are doing other things. They are caught up in other controversies. Even Michael Jackson was caught up in some things, but
Lots of controversies with
yes,
this.
lots of controversies, lots. But I used to listen to me. I found Michael Jackson late in the 80s. Late 80s. I was still a kid. Those times we had radio cassettes. We didn't have CDs and
Yeah, that's
USBs.
the radio. I think their Walkman also not introduced by in our country.
Yeah, there was no Walkman.
Yeah,
No, when did Walkman
it's for
come?
rich people only.
Yeah, for rich people only. The other people could not afford it. Yeah, right. So my dad used to listen to Michael Jackson and Madonna and Bob Marley. But he listened to Michael Jackson a lot. So I used to actually in the later on I stole that cassette and I put it because I really loved the way this guy used to sing. Then I started seeing his videos. Then my aunties used to listen to him. They had posters in the bedroom of this guy wearing jacket, this cape. So we used to really love him.
And I bet you, if you are MJ fan, you must try the most famous moonwalk.
Ah,
So, what is the moonwalk history and what is exactly the moonwalk is?
the moonwalk, I think, has been there for a little, but nobody has ever done it like MJ. Nobody. So I think it was in 1983. There is this song. What is the name? Billie Jean. One of his best. Billie Jean has got my love.
Okay.
Yeah, na, na, na. That's the day he came up with the moonwalk. Actually, he didn't know how that he was going to do the moonwalk. He was going to a concert. He was going to perform this song, Billie Jean. And when he was there, he was singing. He didn't know the dancing. He was used to dancing, but he didn't know if it would come. So that was the first time. I think it was in the Sullivan Show. There's a show called the Sullivan Show that was there from 1971 to around, I don't know which year.
Okay.
So it was a show. So he went there. He was performing this song Billie Jean, and when he was just he was performing, he just managed to perform the moonwalk. That slow thing behind. People had never seen that before, like that. So I think he made the moonwalk much more famous, and we put it like that is his move. From that day, we recognize MJ with the
The
moonwalk.
moonwalk.
Yeah.
The moonwalk personality of the centuries.
Yeah, centuries.
And till date also, most of dance, break dance not complete with the moonwalk.
Yeah. Nowadays, everybody is trying to do what MJ was doing.
I'm just doing and left them.
Yeah. Everybody, the younger artists who came recently, all who are trying to sing in that kind of style, they're also trying to do the moonwalk, but MJ brought it to them. Before that, they didn't have that so smooth moonwalk like that. They have never seen such a smooth moonwalk.
Yeah.
So we credit that to MJ.
And he's trying too much for lots of surgeries, lots of accident he's facing. So
Yeah.
how you describe that era of the Michael Jackson?
Surgery. He was doing an an advertisement for Pepsi. He was doing an advertisement for Pepsi, and there was somewhere where they had to. There was fire, and they had to. It was they were doing some stunts, and they were using fire at some point. So I
Okay.
think his hair caught on fire, fell down something. He also had another accident. He broke his nose, something like that. So he had to do the plastic surgery usually for his nose.
Okay, okay. But like a controversy says he's doing plastic surgery to be black to white convert in that self, and too many bones surgery to be
Yeah,
what
yeah.
we see smooth and
Yeah, like
elasticity in the
he wants
bones.
to be like a white person. Yeah, people say that, but this is one of the most misunderstood things about Michael Jackson. And he didn't say it until later, or he used to say it, but the media didn't used to cover it. MJ had a condition called vitiligo. Vitiligo is when your skin starts becoming white. It's a skin disease. Very,
Okay, okay, okay.
very.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
When your skin, if it's black, even if it's white, it becomes more white.
The spots come in
It
white,
starts with
white, white.
spots, but it becomes, if it's very extreme, like Michael Jackson was extreme,
Okay.
you become white.
Whole body, like, but he's
His
looking good.
was worse, so it became white. You can Google it. The audience can Google vitiligo. I know people have not gone to Google. Go Google what was the problem with Michael's skin. It was not plastic surgery per se. Surgery, yes, he did to his nose. His nose was African nose, but he made it a little bit smaller. That's why he was putting some sellotape here. You could see some. But
Okay.
for his skin, he had a skin disease, and it's called vitiligo. You can Google it. You can check it out there. So that was the thing. That's one of his most misunderstood things about him. Yes, maybe he used to apply some creams to cover up some spots, but his skin was almost all of it white. You see, it was even whiter than the white people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like
Translucent. You could see through it.
switched egg.
Yeah, like
Total
egg.
white.
Yeah, you could see through it. So
It's an eye opener for me as well because I also read too many newspapers in the young age area.
yeah,
So Michael Jackson pronounced as a plastic surgery hero as well.
yeah.
He's doing lots of plastic surgery and operation to be uh, downs like elasticity bodies.
Mm. Oh, no, no. No, the media will not cover such a thing. They want where there is controversy. Let us put MJ plastic surgery. He wants to be white instead of being black, and it's good for the news. The newspapers will sell. The news people want to buy the newspapers, get money. It's all the media can spin it the way they want it to make their money. But if you research, you'll see well, after he died, when he died, they did an autopsy also on him, and they found the disease was very much there. It was there from a long time ago. So it was there also in his autopsy report that he had the disease.
Okay.
Um,
So this is eye opener for I think public what Mr. Simon has been described today,
uh,
and it's all the creating hypes by media, like he's doing more than 150 plastic surgeries to convert his skin black into white in face surgeries. And he said about the his some accident, that's why he's doing that surgery. I think the Pepsi ad is that.
Yeah, yeah, he was doing a Pepsi ad. It's all over the internet. If you want, the audience can Google it. They'll find the whole story there.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Great, great, great. So, as a people say, he's an iconic fashion star as well.
fashion icon. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the fashion icon in a different style, but not so much. I couldn't say he was so much of a fashion icon because his style was different from anybody else. He used to wear gloves. It's only that I couldn't find a glove audience. I could have worn a glove, and and so he could wear something on his hand.
Yeah, yeah.
And he had his own style of just doing things. But the shoes, but he was not so stylistic. His style was, let's say, unique and very, very different. And the leather jackets, although that changed later, because before he was just a good boy. He used to sing good. Then when he produced his album Thriller, I think that's when he changed, but he had grown up. Sometimes even he dances, he touches his crotch and things like that. He didn't used to do that. It was very, very,
Okay, okay. It's
it
very
was very
unique.
soft. So his fashion, uh, and not really. I've not. Maybe there is. Maybe the audience can help us. I do not know about any fashion too much about him, but I know his style was unique, and ladies liked him a lot because of
Oh,
the
like
way he used to look and his voice,
the curly
and
hairs,
the curly
the
hair.
curly legs, like this,
Yeah, and his
the
voice.
cap you wear,
Yeah. Well,
the leather jacket, the gloves you say. That's and lots of showroom. I say like one accessories catalog of only MJ.
yeah.
You can see chains,
Yeah. There is.
bracelets,
Yeah, there is.
gold
Yeah,
chains.
there is. If you are a very, very big fan of MJ, I'm sure you can get those things on eBay or online or even Amazon. His cape, his ties, his eyeglasses. But I think they're imitations. The original ones are very expensive to get. Or somebody
Yeah.
else must have gotten them by now in an
Spe-
auction, I think.
yeah, especially today's what today's rapper are wearing all the accessories, and this is come from MJ only.
Ye-
Though expensive shoes, the different shoes, then the cool look,
Yeah.
they are following MJ.
Yeah. To some point, yes, they are following him to
Yeah.
some extent. His coolness.
Mm.
Although he was a showman. Most of if he went to stage, he could sing. See what there's one thing he gave the new rappers. There's one thing I'll tell you he gave the rappers that they didn't have before. There was this video called Thriller. I think I'm bad at the song. You see, before you could come up with a song and do the video. Now the video, you could do it in a concert and people could shoot your video and then you could sell it like that, show people on TV, the video view, or you could take a video while you're dancing and all that and all that. But MJ did something different. MJ came up with he hired a producer, a director, a film director to do his video. Before that, people just used to do video, they're dancing,
Okay.
but his was like a movie. You could see, I've seen that video. He's changing into a lion. He's coming up. It was like a horror movie, but it was a music video. I don't know if you've seen that
Yeah,
video.
yeah.
So he revolutionized the video making in music. Before it was not like that. Now from that time, people started coming up with you could put a storyline. He put a storyline in his videos.
In a show, it's like
Yeah.
a story from start to end is a story and
Yeah.
with a theme.
Yeah, and it's a music video. So
Okay,
before it
okay,
was not
okay,
like
okay.
that. So the rappers now came up with that. They took that up and they started doing their videos like that. You could have a director, you could have a storyline, you could have all those things, the cars, the what. They started the pimping and all those things that they do nowadays. MJ brought that magic out. It was not there yet. He's the one who started, and people I think possibly thought he was crazy, but the video was so cool and it generated a lot of hype.
Okay.
And before even I think MTV could not play black songs from the black community. But
Okay,
after
okay.
this video, MJ was in. He got people in. So we credit
Okay.
MJ for
One
that. Also,
dialogue also I have in my mobile, especially say Michael Jackson is say, I am black American. I am proud of my race.
yeah,
I am proud of who I am. I have a lot of pride and dignity.
yeah,
So he is always upcoming that you say MTV is not promoting the black people that
Yeah.
time. So he is a sensation who will be always proud to be a black,
Yes, and he was
and he
always.
changed the narration of the that's white and black controversies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we credit him for that. He brought that to the sector when it comes to
Yes, yes,
music.
it's a very different person that time, and too many revolutions we can see as well.
Yeah.
And especially one more dialogue he's saying always
Mm.
because he's doing big charities,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and he's saying anything happened to my life, but I will never stop helping and loving people the way Jesus says to us.
Yes.
He's quoted for that. So how can you describe his charities he's done in life and it still is going on?
Yeah, still, I think people are still going on. He had this. MJ used to live in a place called Neverland. Neverland is a ranch, is thousands of acres. That was where his home. He built his home. It's called Neverland. That Neverland is like Disney. You know, we have gone to Disneyland.
Yeah, Disneyland is for fun activities and
That's
kids.
the same thing he built. He built zoos, he built theater, he built where kids could come and play. It was big like that. He built something like Disneyland. So Neverland, that is Neverland. So Michael Jackson created that was for kids, mostly was for kids, kids who did not have much in life, kids who were sick, kids who had cancer. He could bring them there. They could stay there for a month. He could pay for everything. So he has been doing charity for a very, very long time. By the way, Neverland came from the cartoon called Peter Pan. That's where he got the name. Peter
Okay.
Pan, there's a cartoon called Peter Pan. And if people who have watched Peter Pan, they know where people say they go to Neverland. Neverland is a place where people go and have fun and stuff like that. Anyway, so that's where he got the word. I think he had something with for Peter Pan. So apart from building Neverland and allowing a lot of kids to go there, thousands of kids used to go there.
Okay.
If
So
it's
it's
not
free
monthly.
for everyone. There is no
No,
uh,
I I think nowadays they opened for people, but usually it was for kids because what he had done there was only for kids. Everything was, it was like Disneyland. The way you know Disneyland in your mind, how it
yeah,
looks,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it was the same thing.
But
Only it was
Disneyland, parents also go with them.
yes. Sometimes he would go with parents. Children would go with parents, but sometimes kids would stay there for a week. So sometimes parents just leave them there. They can sleep. They have places to sleep and stuff like
Okay.
that, and they would stay there. Apart from that, he has done a lot of charity work. I think he was at one time he was the biggest. Even Guinness World Book of World Record recognized him as the biggest charity giver at some point in his life. I
Okay.
think he has given over $500 million in
Oh
charity.
my God.
So
It's a big amount that time.
yeah, 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 yeah. Ongoing because it's ongoing. We don't even know how much it is. I don't think we could possibly say how much it is because some he was giving anonymous. He doesn't want people to know that he's the one who was given to charity. So yeah, he has been giving a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot.
So when we talk about kids and charities and this all, one thing always come negative thought, negative comments from the people
Yeah,
like he's harassing of the kids and
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
boy he's the
yeah,
story making or
yeah,
what exactly happened we don't know.
yeah.
So what exactly is this? As per my knowledge, he is abusing some 10 years boy
Uh-huh.
and doing some
Yeah,
wrong
yeah, yeah, yeah,
things.
yeah. There was that. There was that. There was those accusations allegedly. I will not say they are uh, legal, as in they happened the way the people say they happened, because I think the first kid happened around 1993. Kid's name was Chandler. Some I can't remember the other name. And here's the thing: they put MJ in a civil case. They went and put him in a civil case. Look, if I molest your kid, you don't put me in a criminal case, not a civil case. You want me to, you will go and prosecute me as a criminal. You want me to be put behind bars. You want me to be locked up there forever. Maybe even I can get the injection and never come out of there, just die there because I abused a small kid. But they went for the civil case. Why a civil case if he's a criminal? A civil case usually is for just disputes. It's just I called you names, give me this money, we solve it. I just want you to. It was just for money.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They filed a civil case against Michael Jackson, not criminal case.
Okay, so it's
So
like it's only creating the controversy, I think.
yeah, that's also creating the controversy. But if you just want money, if somebody has Nitin has called you a bad name in the media, you'll file a civil case so that if I have money, then I can pay you some money for spoiling your name and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
will file a civil case. That's what they did. They not. But if you file a criminal case, if it's a criminal case, you want me behind bars. You don't want me to come out. It's like I am a murderer. You don't want me to ever come out of there. You
Yeah.
want me to be locked up. I don't want your money. I want you to be locked. I don't want anything from you. But they filed a civil case. Civil case, it's all about paying you back. Paying you. You did something to slander my name. I pay you. Kalas. The story ends. So from those things and all of the allegations, he was found not guilty. Even the kids came out and said, no, no, he was not harassing us and things like
Oh,
that.
okay.
But as we said earlier, the media likes to spin these stories so that they can sell, so that we can watch the news, so that it's exciting, and especially if it's a celebrity. See, there are celebrities right now which we have right now that they are going on. Like we can see the Didi's case, they have evidence.
Yeah,
Even in MJ's case, they went to MJ's Neverland Ranch, like 90 SWAT people there. They took apart everything in his house looking for everything. They never found anything. They never found videos for adult videos or anything. They didn't have anything. He didn't have anything. And then he had kids. So, I mean, people just didn't understand MJ. That is what I could say.
yeah, because that is the very dark side shown by media and every television shown there.
Mm,
And only that point, I'm also afraid like, is this happen or is this true?
mm,
So people think, oh, by person he's not good
mm.
because these things, and then suddenly connected with his drug addictions and lots of medicine he's taking
Yeah,
for
yeah,
the show.
yeah. So from the medicine, mostly it was like painkillers because he was used to them. If you are taking, it was prescribed by the doctor. It was not like he was taking them from, I don't know, cocaine, or he was going somewhere behind and taking the medicine. It was prescribed by the doctor, but he got used to it very much that he couldn't do without it. He
Okay.
got used to taking that medicine. It was prescribed by the doctor. The doctor was giving him legally, not illegally, legally. So
But
it,
he's on very higher position, so maybe he's a office doctor as well. So
yeah,
prescribe it.
yeah, whatever Michael says, I think people who are around him, whatever he said something, they just used to do it. You don't argue with him anyway. You could argue with him and then he said you're fired. Then what happens?
Yeah. Because
Maybe. So I
because
don't,
I read it that
probably.
he's a doctor team in house as well,
Yeah, yeah.
where he live. I think more than 8 doctors live with him in the premises of where he lived.
Yeah, I did know he had doctors. Yeah, on the
Yeah.
call. He was living with
So it's like
doctors at
his
some
home
point.
doctors.
Yeah. So I don't about that. I know his medicine was prescribed. It was not illegal, the way people would love to put it.
And
So
one more thing I want to, like, it's controversy. One white milk is all very famous at the final time of Michael Jackson.
mm,
He's very addicted of some white milk type of product.
um,
So it's like
maybe you tell me about it. I don't know. I didn't get that one
oh,
past me.
okay. Because that is also and when okay, let we talk about later.
Mm.
So let's discuss about the Michael Jackson families, son,
Family, he was
childrens.
married to two wives, has 3 kids, and yeah, they are now doing well. I'm
So
sure.
where they are actually, we don't see any like we know Janet Jackson, but we know who's next Jackson is there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
There is
ones
no
I
his
think
son.
they put them out of the media because the media will take advantage as usual. I don't want to say that,
No,
but
but if they are in same fashion, they will be get a give good
yeah,
huge legacy with Michael Jackson. If his son or his daughter should be singing and dancing, it's getting a great legacy.
yeah. Maybe later we will see them coming out and doing
Okay, okay, okay.
things like that. But
Because her sister, we
currently,
know Janet Jackson is very famous.
yeah, but currently they are behind the scenes. They don't want the media. And anyway, his father was in the media too much. Maybe they don't want that too
Okay,
much
okay,
for
okay.
themselves. I don't know about that. But the kids are there. He was married also. He was married to 2 women. And one of them, I think, was the daughter of Elvis Presley.
Okay.
One of his wives was the daughter of Elvis Presley. I
It's
think
the
her name
very
is Marie
famous
Presley.
singers of
Yeah,
black and white era.
yeah.
I
So
think that we see the hairs of Elvis Presley. Yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah. And one of his wives is Elvis Presley's daughter.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great, 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 great.
yeah. So,
So and final, we just ask about that male Canera. So it's lots of controversy after his death as well.
mm,
So what is the that controversies and uh, media as no we know Michael Jackson always top on that.
yeah,
So
yeah,
when
yeah.
he die,
Uh,
people media write when uh, his postmortem is done. Lots of medicine found in his stomach,
yeah,
more
yeah,
than 4,000 medicine or capsules in
yeah,
his body.
yeah.
So what is the truth? Yani it's
Gianni, the only person who knows the truth there is that doctor, his doctor, the one who injected him. They did find the medicines there. We don't refute that because in the autopsy it was there. But the doctor can tell us what, he's the only one who knows what he really did. And maybe he overdid whatever he did. In any case, what I do know, according to that moment that he was pronounced dead, is that the doctor should have called the ambulance much quicker. He could have called them earlier, but he delayed in calling the ambulance. Maybe no ambulance is first response. So even when they were talking to the people in the ambulance, they were saying there's a doctor here. So the doctor can do CPR. The doctor can do, if there's a doctor, the doctor, okay, the ambulance also knows that the doctor knows more about the patient than we do. You know,
yeah, yeah.
even the guy on the call they know that the doctor knows more about the patient if the doctor, his doctor is there. But I feel like he could have called the ambulance much faster because this is first response. Maybe they could have done something. Maybe he delayed in calling them. And in the end, when he saw he could not do anything, that's when they called the ambulance. But I think at that point he was almost,
Almost there. Yeah.
yeah.
So
So,
that I will just mention that the last call of Michael Jackson is going to his doctor. He called them and I need the milk. So
ah,
that controversy create on that
ah,
times.
nah, I don't know about
So
that.
that is the last call he called the doctor
Ah,
and
I know the media
media.
is full of things.
Yeah, medias create hype that milk has been created by scientists to
Oh,
longevity
ah.
and always be young. That lots of controversies come from that. So I just want to discuss that.
Yeah, yeah. Probably there were many. They are there. There must be a lot of controversies and conspiracy theories. Actually, most you can even hear people say maybe he's not yet dead. He's still around. Maybe they are hiding him somewhere. People are coming up with a lot of theories, which, of course, it's the internet age. People will come up with anything they want to come up with. So, but that is how it was for him.
Yeah.
He when he died, by the way, he had a debt of like, he was in debt. He was like 500 million in debt.
Okay. At
Yeah.
what time?
When he died in 2009, he died in 2009.
What is biggest star that time? I think.
He was,
I think just.
he was spending more than he was earning.
Oh my God. So where he's doing charity as well and is in depth as well.
That's the thing. I also don't get it. But he
Okay.
was in debt. You can check it out online, audience. He was in debt, but right now he's like worth about.
I think he's died before a show is just
Yeah,
held on.
yeah. There was one show that you are, yeah, exactly. There was one show he was supposed to do, and he was 50 years old. I think today he would be like 66 or 67.
Yeah, yeah.
There was one show he was going to do in London, and he was, I think, nervous. He didn't know if it was going to be, people are going to buy the tickets or not. But by the time he got from announcing that he's going to do the concert, and by the time he reached home, which was just by drive, it was already sold out.
Okay.
Every ticket was sold out. So I think people still love me. They didn't care. People still, his fans still loved him. But when he died, he was in debt. But right now, he's worth billions because they have sold records, rights to other
Right,
things.
yeah.
So that 500, it was.
Because I just hear last if Michael Jackson done that show,
Mm.
it recover all the things and it will and plus and again is in the market.
Yeah, probably was doing that because he was down on money. Yeah. Because it was a lot of shows also because they were putting like, I don't know, like 50 shows that they were saying in 6 months, which is a lot for a 50-year-old. I don't know how he would do it, but they said he was fit. Probably he was.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember like I want to say the public Michael Jackson is a person where people want see a single look of Michael Jackson, people are ready to die.
Yeah.
And they want to just get the ticket of any cost. They want to sell the kidney. What we see in like today's world, na, iPhone is a kidney. That time Michael Jackson show is a kidney.
Yeah.
People ready to sell the kidney and get the Michael Jackson. First, I think first in first media show I will be here like this. People has been blank. People has been died to attempt that be a part of the show.
Yeah.
And every show there lots of people are felt. Only seeing a Michael, oh, Carl Sagan.
Just seeing them. Just even in that ranch, that Neverland ranch, that ranch of his where he used to live, he used to work with bodyguards even outside because you know what they say. Some people they what is it called? Parachutes. They will parachute inside the
Show.
yeah, not in the show, inside his house.
Oh my
And
God.
pretend oh the parachute was supposed to fall that side, but I fell inside your house.
Oh my God.
Just to see him.
So this type of craze Michael Jackson create,
Yeah.
this aura.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
So it's been a great talk with you, and for a great person and lots of controversy, you clear that. And
thank you.
my I also open for the Michael Jackson, what I heard and what I think about him, because the controversies create like he's in a bad person, he's a bad personality inner side,
Yeah.
lots of addiction, his bad addiction with as well. But he's a good media maker. He's a good pop singer. He's a good dancer, and a good person as well as you said. Lots of charities doing, and
Yeah.
still is going on.
Yeah.
It's a very good things people know about from you.
Yeah. He had a good heart. He had a good heart. No
So,
doubt about that. Yeah.
so any good line or anything you want to say about Michael Jackson?
Yeah, what can I say about Michael Jackson? I think there's one thing he said like people ask me how I make music, and he said I tell them that I just step into it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like stepping into a river. So if you're out there and you have a talent, it's inside you. Just step into it. Let it come out of you and just move with it, flow with it. That's what I would tell the audience today.
Great. So I also one thought of Mr. Michael Jackson. Let what he say, and lots of people were using his thoughts, but we don't know he is saying that.
Yeah, we don't know who said and here. Yeah. But actually, most people don't quote Michael Jackson.
Yeah, but lots of if you Google that now, so lots of people don't know that is the word of Michael Jackson. He's
Yeah.
saying this about that. Like he say, please go for your dreams. Whatever your ideas, you can become whatever you want to become. So lots of people use from last 20 years, but this word is saying by Michael Jackson.
But they don't know. So yeah.
So it's a great salute to that person, great personality, and
Yeah.
thanks Simon for this all here.
Thank you so much.
So it's Michael Jackson.
Yeah, we should finish with one Michael Jackson song.
Any move?
No moves. I'm too old now. Before I was good, but now I'm too old. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching.
Thanks. Bye bye.